Chosen one, God said, watch this alone right now. Chosen one, listen carefully and hold these words gently inside your heart, because what you are about to receive carries a quiet weight of love, protection, and divine purpose that should not be rushed or ignored. God is speaking to your spirit in this very moment, asking you to slow down and let your heart become still, because something deeply personal and meaningful is being revealed right now. These words are not random encouragement or ordinary comfort, but a tender reminder that heaven has been watching every step you have taken, even the steps you believed were unseen and unnoticed. There is a reason this moment feels personal and calm, as if the world briefly stepped aside so that your soul could hear something sacred. God knows the noise that surrounds your life, the constant movement of responsibilities, worries, and expectations that often drown out the gentle voice of hope within your heart. Yet today, He calls you to pause and receive something meant only for you, something quiet yet powerful enough to bring peace where confusion once lived. Type 2121 if you believe. Your life has not been unfolding randomly or without direction, even during seasons when everything felt uncertain and difficult to understand. God has been guiding you gently through moments that seemed ordinary, while secretly shaping your strength, patience, and faith in ways that only heaven could fully see. Many days felt heavy, as if your heart carried silent battles that no one around you truly noticed, yet God stood beside you through every moment of that journey. Within the next few moments, allow your heart to open with humility and trust, because what you are hearing right now carries a quiet blessing meant to strengthen your faith and remind you that heaven still moves gently within your life. If these words begin touching your spirit and bringing calm to your heart, kindly take a brief moment to like this video so that more people who feel tired, overlooked, or discouraged may also discover the same hope and peace flowing through these words today. There were times when you felt forgotten by the world around you, when your kindness seemed unnoticed and your efforts appeared to vanish without recognition or reward. In those quiet moments of disappointment, your heart may have wondered whether your prayers were truly reaching heaven or simply disappearing into silence. Yet God saw every act of patience, every quiet sacrifice, and every moment when you chose goodness, even while your own heart felt weary and misunderstood. Type 1111 if you trust in God. The truth that God wants you to remember right now is simple yet deeply comforting. Your life has always been seen, valued, and guided by a loving presence that never left your side. Even when circumstances felt confusing or unfair, heaven was quietly arranging lessons and blessings that would strengthen your spirit and prepare you for moments of peace that are slowly unfolding ahead. God understands the moments when you felt discouraged, the days when hope seemed distant, and the nights when your thoughts wandered through uncertainty and quiet worry. Yet those difficult seasons were not empty or meaningless chapters of your life. They were gentle classrooms where your faith grew deeper, your patience became stronger, and your heart learned compassion that only true trials can create. Chosen one, your kindness has never been wasted, even when others overlooked it or failed to appreciate the love you freely offered. Every caring word you spoke, every moment you helped someone quietly, and every time you chose forgiveness instead of anger was noticed by heaven with deep appreciation. God values the hidden goodness inside your heart far more than the loud recognition of the world around you. Your journey has been shaping something beautiful within your spirit, even while you believed nothing important was happening. Like a seed resting beneath quiet soil, your faith has been growing slowly and steadily, preparing to rise with strength when the right season arrives. God never rushes the growth of something precious, because true transformation often happens in quiet moments that feel invisible at first. There is peace coming into your life, not as a sudden storm of excitement, but as a gentle sunrise slowly warming the cold places inside your heart. The struggles that once felt endless are slowly losing their hold, and the weight you carried is beginning to lift in ways you may only now start to notice. God is guiding you toward calmer days where your spirit can breathe again and your heart can rediscover joy. Even now, heaven continues working quietly around you, preparing moments of healing that will arrive softly and naturally. The doors meant for your life are opening at the right time, while the paths that were never meant for you are slowly fading away. God removes confusion from your journey so that peace can lead you forward with quiet confidence. The love of God surrounding your life is not loud or forceful, yet it is stronger than any fear or doubt that has ever tried to settle within your heart. This love carries patience, understanding, and gentle strength that remains steady even when life feels uncertain. God does not abandon those who trust Him, and He never forgets the souls who continue walking forward with faith despite their struggles. Chosen one, the reason these words reached you today is because your heart needed a reminder that you are not alone on your journey. Heaven still cares deeply about your path, your healing, and the quiet dreams that live inside your spirit. The presence of God continues walking beside you, guiding your steps with kindness and wisdom that will slowly reveal itself as time moves forward. A newly revealed 7-second brainwave method, backed by neuroscience and once hidden in classified documents, is helping thousands activate their brain's wealth setting. People refer to it as the money magnet sound because of how quickly it appears to attract abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. The quiet moment you are experiencing right now carries a gentle purpose that many hearts overlook in the rush of daily life. God often speaks most clearly when the noise fades and the soul becomes calm enough to listen without distraction. In this stillness, something sacred begins to unfold within your spirit, something that reminds you that heaven has never been distant from your journey. The same loving presence that carried you through difficult seasons is now guiding you into a softer place of peace, healing, and understanding that your heart has long been waiting to feel. There were many moments in your life when everything seemed uncertain and heavy, when the path ahead appeared hidden behind confusion and quiet disappointment. You continued walking forward, even when your strength felt small and your faith trembled beneath the weight of silent battles. God saw those days clearly, every tear that was quietly wiped away, and every hopeful thought that struggled to remain alive inside your heart. Nothing about those moments was ignored by heaven, because every step you took with faith mattered deeply to the one who lovingly watches over your life. Your journey has never been measured by the opinions of the world or the temporary victories that others celebrate loudly. God measures the quiet strength within your spirit, the compassion you offered when it would have been easier to turn away, and the patience you carried even when life refused to move at the pace your heart desired. These unseen victories are precious in the eyes of heaven, because they reveal the beauty of a soul that continues choosing goodness even during difficult seasons. Type 2323 if you agree. The kindness that lives inside your heart has touched more lives than you may ever fully realize. Small moments of encouragement, gentle words spoken during someone else's difficult day, and acts of patience that required great inner strength have quietly planted seeds of hope in the lives around you. God notices every one of these moments, even when they passed quickly and seemed unimportant in the flow of daily life. The love you shared was never wasted, because heaven values every sincere act of compassion. There were days when your heart felt tired from carrying burdens that few people truly understood. You continued showing kindness while your own spirit quietly needed comfort and reassurance. That silent courage did not go unnoticed by God, because He understands the depth of the struggles that often remain hidden behind calm expressions and patient smiles. Your endurance through those seasons became part of the strength that now lives quietly inside your soul. God has been gently shaping your heart through every experience you have faced, both the joyful moments and the painful ones that seemed confusing at the time. Each season carried a lesson that slowly deepened your understanding of compassion, humility, and faith. Even the moments that felt like setbacks were quietly preparing you for a greater peace that would arrive when the time was right. Nothing about your journey has been meaningless or forgotten. There is a beautiful transformation happening within your spirit, even if it still feels subtle and quiet. Like the slow blooming of a flower after a long winter, your heart is beginning to open again to hope and calmness that once felt distant. God is guiding you into a season where your soul can breathe more freely, where the heavy clouds of the past slowly move aside to reveal the gentle light of new beginnings. This new season does not arrive with loud celebrations or sudden dramatic changes. Instead, it appears through small moments of peace that begin settling quietly into your daily life. You may notice your thoughts becoming calmer, your worries losing their sharp edge, and your heart finding comfort in simple moments that once felt ordinary. These quiet changes are signs that God is restoring strength and peace within your spirit. Type yes to affirm. The love of God surrounding your life remains steady and patient, never rushing you and never abandoning you during moments when you needed guidance the most. He understands the pace of your healing and the quiet process through which your faith continues growing stronger each day. God does not demand perfection from your journey, because He knows that true faith often grows slowly through experience and reflection. Your heart has already overcome more than you sometimes allow yourself to remember. Difficult seasons tested your patience, challenged your courage, and pushed your faith to moments where it felt fragile. Yet even during those times when your strength felt small, you kept moving forward with hope, quietly resting inside your spirit. That perseverance has become a beautiful part of who you are today. God sees the sincerity within your heart, the way you continue choosing kindness even after experiencing disappointment or misunderstanding from others. That sincerity is rare and deeply valued by heaven. The world often celebrates loud achievements and visible success, but God treasures the gentle goodness that quietly lives within a compassionate soul. The peaceful future unfolding before you is not built on sudden miracles alone, but also on the steady growth of faith that has been developing throughout your life. Every experience you have walked through has been shaping the wisdom and strength that now lives inside your heart. God prepares His children carefully, allowing their faith to mature before guiding them into moments of deeper peace and purpose. There will be days ahead when you suddenly realize that the heavy feelings of the past no longer hold the same power over your heart. The worries that once seemed overwhelming will slowly fade into distant memories as calmness replaces the tension that once filled your thoughts. This gentle healing is part of God's loving work within your life. The peace you are moving toward is not fragile or temporary. It is a deep and steady calm that grows stronger each time your faith chooses trust over fear. God is guiding your heart into a place where hope becomes natural again, where gratitude begins filling your thoughts, and where your spirit feels safe enough to rest. Chosen one, the journey ahead carries quiet blessings that will reveal themselves gradually as your path continues unfolding. You may not see every detail clearly right now, but God already understands the full picture of your life. He knows the exact moments when encouragement will reach you, when new opportunities will appear, and when your heart will finally feel the calm it has been seeking. A 7-second brainwave practice, once reserved for select circles and concealed in classified files, has now been made public, and many describe it as the 30-second miracle. Experts say it awakens a dormant brain center connected to wealth and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is taken down from the internet again. Heaven has been patient with your journey, allowing you to grow through every experience rather than rushing your story forward before you were ready. That patience reflects the deep love God has for your life and the care He takes in shaping your path with wisdom. Nothing about your future is left to chance. Your heart has been prepared for a season where your faith feels stronger and your spirit feels lighter. The lessons you learned during difficult times will now become sources of wisdom and compassion that guide you forward. What once felt painful will gradually transform into understanding that strengthens your connection with God. The quiet strength you carry today is proof that your journey has been guided by a loving hand. God has walked beside you through every moment, gently shaping your heart into something resilient and compassionate. That transformation is not finished yet, because your story continues unfolding with hope and purpose that heaven carefully protects. Your story has always been more meaningful than you sometimes believed. There were days when you looked at your life and felt as though nothing important was happening, as though your efforts were small compared to the grand achievements celebrated by the world around you. Yet heaven measures life differently, because God sees the quiet courage required to remain kind in a world that often forgets compassion. Every time you chose patience instead of anger, forgiveness instead of resentment, and hope instead of despair, your spirit was growing stronger in ways that only heaven could fully see. God understands the silent battles that shaped your character and deepened your faith. There were moments when you had to remain strong, even though your heart felt fragile, moments when you continued believing that goodness still mattered despite disappointments that tried to convince you otherwise. Those moments were not weaknesses within your story, but powerful chapters of growth that prepared your heart for deeper peace and understanding. God honors that quiet strength because it reflects a spirit that refuses to surrender hope even during difficult seasons. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. Your life has always been surrounded by divine attention, even when circumstances made you feel unseen or unimportant. God never overlooked the nights when your thoughts were heavy, or the mornings when your heart struggled to find encouragement for another day. Heaven noticed the strength it took for you to continue believing in goodness when life seemed to test your patience and resilience. These unseen moments of perseverance have quietly built a foundation of faith that now supports your spirit with greater strength. The compassion inside your heart has become a gentle light for others who may have been struggling in ways you could not fully see. Your kindness has reached people through small gestures and thoughtful words that seemed ordinary at the time, but carried deep meaning for someone else. God often works through simple acts of love to bring comfort into the lives of others, and your heart has become part of that quiet mission. The love you offered freely has been part of a larger purpose that continues unfolding around you. Your journey has also taught you the beauty of patience, even when waiting felt difficult and progress seemed slow. God understands that waiting can sometimes feel discouraging, yet the seasons of waiting often become moments when faith grows stronger and wisdom deepens quietly. The strength you developed during those periods of uncertainty now lives inside your heart as calm resilience. That resilience allows you to face new challenges with a peaceful confidence that did not exist before those lessons shaped your spirit. There is also healing taking place within your life right now, even if it feels gentle and gradual rather than sudden and dramatic. God often restores hearts slowly so that the healing becomes lasting and deeply rooted. The wounds that once felt painful are beginning to soften as peace gradually replaces the tension that once lived inside your thoughts. This quiet healing is part of the loving care God continues providing as your life moves forward. Type 1919 to receive miracles. Your faith has already carried you through storms that once seemed overwhelming. There were moments when uncertainty surrounded your life and the future appeared hidden behind clouds of doubt. Yet something inside your heart continued holding on to hope, even when circumstances suggested that giving up would have been easier. That inner hope was a reflection of the faith God placed within your spirit, quietly guiding you through every challenge you faced. God never wastes the experiences that shape your life. The difficult moments that once felt confusing have slowly become sources of wisdom and compassion that strengthen your character. Through those experiences, your heart has learned to understand others with greater kindness and patience. The empathy you now carry allows you to offer comfort to people who are walking through struggles similar to those you once faced. There is also a beautiful calmness beginning to settle over your life as God gently leads you into a new season of peace. This calmness may appear through small changes that quietly transform your daily experiences. You may notice that worries which once occupied your thoughts are losing their hold as your spirit becomes more grounded in trust. These subtle shifts are signs that your heart is being guided toward deeper rest and renewed hope. God continues to guide your path with wisdom that extends far beyond what human understanding can easily see. Even when certain events in your life seemed confusing or disappointing, heaven was still arranging circumstances in ways that would eventually bring greater clarity and peace. The lessons learned during those seasons now help you walk forward with greater awareness and trust. God never leaves the story of a faithful heart unfinished. Chosen one, the future unfolding before you carries possibilities that your spirit is still preparing to receive. God often reveals new blessings gradually so that your heart has time to recognize their value and significance. The patience you practiced during earlier seasons will now help you appreciate the calm opportunities that appear in the days ahead. Heaven understands exactly when your spirit is ready to receive each new chapter of your life. A rare 7-second morning ritual previously hidden in classified documents is re-emerging, and people are already sharing accounts of swift financial advancement. It takes almost no time, yet it triggers a dormant wealth switch in the brain that most people never use. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it vanishes. The love surrounding your journey is not temporary or uncertain. God's care for your life remains steady and faithful, guiding you through both peaceful days and challenging moments with equal compassion. That love provides a foundation of security that your heart can rely upon even when circumstances around you begin to change. Nothing about your future will separate you from the gentle presence that has guided your past. Your story is still unfolding under the watchful care of heaven, and the chapters ahead carry hope that your heart may only now begin to recognize. The growth you experienced through earlier trials has prepared you to appreciate the peace that is slowly entering your life. God continues shaping your path with wisdom, patience, and love that never fades. As these words settle softly within your spirit, remember that your life remains valuable and purposeful in the eyes of God. Every moment you live with compassion and faith adds beauty to the story heaven is writing through your journey. The quiet strength inside your heart will continue guiding you forward, reminding you that you are never alone and that God's loving presence continues walking beside you every step of the way. Your heart has carried many emotions that others could not see clearly. There were days when you felt strong enough to face the world, yet deep inside your spirit there was a quiet longing for peace and reassurance. God saw those hidden moments with deep understanding, because nothing about your inner life has ever been invisible to Him. The silent prayers, the hopeful thoughts, and the gentle desire for something better have always been heard by heaven with compassion. The truth that God wants your heart to receive now is that your life has always mattered deeply. Even when circumstances made you feel small or overlooked, heaven continued watching your journey with loving attention. Every step you took with sincerity and faith carried meaning far greater than you realized at the time. God values the quiet sincerity of a faithful heart more than any loud achievement that the world celebrates. There were moments when you questioned whether your efforts truly made a difference in the lives around you. You may have wondered if the kindness you offered or the patience you practiced was being noticed by anyone. Yet God noticed every one of those moments with deep appreciation, because each act of compassion reflected the goodness growing inside your spirit. The love you shared became a quiet blessing for people whose struggles you may never fully know. Type 2020 to claim miracles. The journey of faith often includes seasons that feel slow and uncertain, yet those seasons are not empty or meaningless. God uses these moments to strengthen the inner character of His children, teaching patience, humility, and trust through experiences that shape the soul gently. The lessons you have learned during difficult times have become part of the wisdom you now carry inside your heart. That wisdom will guide you as new chapters of your life begin to unfold. Your spirit has been quietly growing stronger through every challenge you faced. Even when your strength felt small, you continued moving forward with hope resting softly inside your heart. That perseverance revealed a courage that heaven deeply honors. God sees the quiet determination that lives within you, the willingness to continue believing in goodness even when circumstances seem discouraging. There is also a quiet renewal taking place within your heart. God is gently restoring parts of your spirit that once felt tired or discouraged. The weight that once pressed heavily on your thoughts is slowly lifting, making space for peace and clarity that your soul has long desired. This healing does not happen suddenly, but it grows steadily as God surrounds your life with love and guidance. The love of God reaches into every part of your life, touching not only your struggles, but also your hopes and dreams. Heaven understands the desires that live quietly inside your heart, the simple wish for peace, purpose, and meaningful connection. God cares about these desires deeply because they reflect the sincere longing of a soul that continues trusting in goodness. Your hopes are not ignored by heaven. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. There is a beautiful calmness forming around your journey as God gently leads you into a new season. This season will not be defined by the heavy confusion of the past, but by a growing sense of stability and quiet joy. You may begin noticing small moments of encouragement appearing in your daily life. These moments are signs that heaven continues guiding your steps with patience and care. The challenges you once faced are gradually becoming memories that no longer control your thoughts or emotions. God is helping your heart release the weight of those experiences so that your spirit can move forward freely. The lessons remain, but the pain begins to soften as healing takes its place. This transformation is part of the loving work God continues doing within your life. Your kindness will also continue shaping the lives of people around you in ways that may never become fully visible. The compassion you show creates small waves of goodness that travel further than you might imagine. God often uses gentle hearts to bring comfort into the world, and your willingness to care for others has already created moments of light in someone else's darkness. Heaven recognizes the sincerity with which you have walked through life. Even when mistakes happened or circumstances became confusing, your heart continued seeking what was right and good. God values that sincerity deeply because it reflects a genuine desire to grow and become better each day. The journey of faith is not about perfection, but about a sincere heart that continues moving forward with humility and trust. What if abundance had always been influenced by a hidden brain signal, buried in classified records and never fully disclosed to the public? This frequency is now creating new pathways, attracting opportunities and reshaping lives faster than expected. Thousands are already using it to draw wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. Chosen one, the path ahead carries quiet opportunities that will help your spirit continue growing in peace and purpose. God often opens new doors gradually so that His children can recognize them with calm understanding. These opportunities may arrive as moments of clarity, new relationships, or peaceful realizations that help you see your life from a brighter perspective. Your heart has already developed the strength needed to walk through whatever lies ahead. The experiences of your past prepared you carefully for this season of renewed hope. God never allows the lessons of your journey to be wasted, because each experience contributes to the beautiful story He continues writing through your life. There will be times when you suddenly realize how much your spirit has changed compared to earlier seasons of your life. The worries that once seemed overwhelming will appear smaller as your faith grows stronger. The patience you learned through past challenges will now help you navigate new situations with calm confidence. These realizations are signs of the transformation God has been nurturing within you. The presence of God in your life remains steady and faithful through every chapter of your journey. He does not step away during moments of uncertainty, but continues guiding you with quiet wisdom and gentle encouragement. That divine presence has been the unseen support behind every step you have taken. Even now, heaven continues surrounding your life with care. Your story continues moving forward with hope, healing, and purpose. God understands the path ahead completely, even when it remains partially hidden from your view. The peace entering your life is not temporary comfort, but part of a deeper restoration that will continue growing over time. Heaven remains committed to guiding your heart toward the calm and joy it was created to experience. Allow these words to settle peacefully inside your thoughts as a reminder that your life remains precious and meaningful in the eyes of God. The quiet strength within your heart will continue guiding you forward, supported by the loving presence that has never left your side. Your journey continues under the gentle care of heaven, and the chapters still ahead carry blessings that will gradually reveal themselves as your path unfolds. Your life has carried many seasons, some filled with warmth and encouragement, while others felt heavy with uncertainty and quiet struggle. During those difficult moments, you may have wondered whether the road ahead would ever become easier to walk. Yet God continued watching over you with patience, knowing that each experience was slowly shaping your spirit with wisdom and resilience. Nothing about your journey has been forgotten or ignored, because heaven carefully remembers every chapter of your life. The strength you carry today did not appear suddenly or without reason. It grew through the lessons you learned during moments when patience was required and faith had to remain steady despite confusion. Every time you chose kindness instead of bitterness, your heart grew stronger in ways that may have been invisible at the time. God values those quiet victories deeply, because they reveal the sincerity and goodness that live within your spirit. Type yes to affirm.